Hey, it's Gothy. I'm here to do my top 5 Wednesday video. Last week's one was kind of a write-off because I just wasn't in a happy place. I had to take my cat to an emergency vet and he had to stay there for a few days, so I was pretty not happy. So this week I'm doing it properly, and in the next few ones I'll do properly too, hopefully. So this week's top 5 topic is parents, guardians, just like role models kind of thing. So my 5 are they're not in any particular order. They're just 5 that I've picked. So the first one is a book that I don't actually own myself. I have read it and I borrowed it from the library, so I don't actually have it on me. And it's The Father from The Road by Cormac McCarthy. One of the things I love about this book is that you never find out their names because that's not important. It's their survival, and it's the amount that he's willing to sacrifice for his child to see his child survive. So I think that makes him a pretty decent father. Next, I have River from the Immortal Beloved series by Kate Tiernan. This is basically about like a halfway house kind of thing for immortals. So for immortals who've been using their magic or their abilities just kind of to better themselves with no sense of repercussions, no sense of what they're doing to other people. So they come to this little halfway house and learn to use their powers in a good, constructive way. They do a lot of chores and stuff, and it just helps them get through a lot of really tough situations. And the main character, Nastasia, ends up here. And River is the woman who owns it, and she takes everyone in. And even when one of the people that lives in her little home goes completely apeshit and tries to kill someone, she doesn't really send them away. Like, she sends them to another place where they'll be more secure, where they can get the help that they need, but she doesn't turn them away and tell them to get fucked and, not my problem anymore. Next, I have dropping books. Sorry. The Weasleys from the Harry Potter series. Not only do they support Ron and the twins and everyone else in their family, but they support Harry and they support Hermione, without even, with no hesitation, without questioning it. They're just there for them whenever they need them. And they're absolutely adorable, and they don't give two fucks what anyone thinks about them, and that's pretty awesome. Well, it's pretty rare in parents, and there is this trend that I've noticed with young adult books where the parental figures are usually either not there, or they're just not mentioned, or they're dead, or they're not necessarily supportive or good parents. And I'm starting to get a big problem with that because, I can understand that there are going to be people that kind of relate to that sort of thing where the parents are absent or the parents are not very good parents, but it's still kind of worrying that this is a trend, and it seems to be in a lot of young adult books. So, now the next 2 are not young adult books or mid-level books. First I have Acheron from the Dark Hunter series by Sherilyn Kenyon. He's like a multifaceted guardian because he ends up finding his one true love, and they have children together, and he's like the greatest father ever. He is the guardian for all of the Dark Hunters. He's there whenever they need him. When they become Dark Hunters, he's there. No questions asked, and he's just but he also defends his Dark Hunters partners and their children and their squires, and then he also protects his demon, whose name is Simi. And without Ash around, Simi would be eating people with barbecue sauce. which, depending on the person, not necessarily a bad thing, but he's just like super ultimate guardian, and he's just an amazing character. He's really well rounded. If you haven't read any of the Dark Hunter series, grab them and read them because they are really good, and most of them don't really follow each other on, so you can pick up any of them and read them and not be like, what the fuck is happening here? And finally, I have Kreb and Isa from Clan of the Cave Bear by Jean Auel. They're sort of the parental figures for Ayla. This series is the Earth Children series, and it's about a little Cro-Magnon girl who gets separated from her family when she's a baby, and she's found by the Neanderthals, who Kreb and Isa are Neanderthals. Kreb is their holy man, and Isa is their medicine woman, and they both raise her, they both teach her how to communicate with the other Neanderthals, and they're just really lovely. And it's not until right near the end of the book that they get separated, but this is one of my all-time favorite series. Not too happy with the way that it ended. The last book was kinda disappointing, but seriously, read it. Although if you are going to pick this up, this one in particular, I do have to put a trigger warning in for sexual abuse / rape, because there is a little bit of that kind of thing in this one. Not too much, but I thought I would put that in there anyway, because I wouldn't want someone to, pick this up because I've recommended it and then have, an anxiety attack or a meltdown or anything because they've read that. So that is my trigger warning for this. Overall, the series is really good. It's a really good read. It's 6 books, and yeah, read it. So that is my top 5 parents. I also want to give an honorary mention to the main character in this. This is In Strange Worlds by Brenda Cheers, and this is an arc that Brenda sent me. And the main character, Meg, she ends up taking on these 2 teenagers that she finds, and she raises them, she helps them raise their kids, and she doesn't ever stop to think, she doesn't really stop to worry about what's actually happening or anything. She just straight away just goes into mother mode, and considering the situation that they're in, that is really admirable. So this one I believe is available for purchase as well, so if you're interested, it's kind of a alternate reality kind of sci-fi type of book. I wouldn't call it a dystopian, and I wouldn't call it a time travel. So yes, that's my honorary mention. And that's it for my top 5 Wednesday. And I will be uploading some more videos this week, and I'll see you next Wednesday.